Red flags and warning signs. Typically, before embarking upon a karmic lesson or relationship, your intuition or even the universe will send you red flags and warning signs to alert you of the potential disturbances in energy patterns ahead. This may appear in any number of ways, including a gut feeling or a bad feeling. Bottom line, you must listen to your gut. You should always listen to your gut. You should listen to your body. Your body knows what it wants to be involved with. And when it gives you the heebie jeebies or it gets sick in the stomach there, it does not want to be involved. And this is not a good idea. So listen to your body. Listen to your inner knowing and those feelings that you might have. I also say here, listen to the universe. Synchronistic signs. I mean, if you're heading to a date and you happen, I'm seeing in my mind's eye, like you happen to past some kind of, grotesque roadkill, something like this, and it catches your attention. Oh my gosh, that poor animal. Ah, this is crazy. And I'm on my way to a first date. That's like a sign and an omen. All right. These kinds of things that attract your attention or that you notice can be alerting you to some of the sticky energy patterns in the future or in the relationship. Too much, too fast, especially when we are open to receiving love and on the lookout for that twin flame. It can become easy to get wrapped up in a new connection and really fall for someone. All right. But recognizing that when you connect and it's too much too fast, all right, there is a deep intensity to a twin flame union, to a meeting, right? When you first meet, there's a deep intensity, a spark, there's passion. It's, oh my gosh, I feel like I've known you forever. This is so exciting, da da da. But when someone jumps on with too much too fast, they may not be very healed. They may not have much going on in their other rest of their life. And they may be jumping on to you like some kind of a lifeline. You're going to solve all my problems. I'm going to get all the light from you, and it's going to feed the depletion that I feel in my energy field. Okay, so recognize when too much too fast is someone who's grabbing a hold of you like a lifeline, because maybe they don't have anything else constructive going on, and you are that thing to fix all their problems. And the reality is you are not. If you're feeling ignored or undervalued, that is a red flag and a warning sign in and of itself. All right. So recognize the red flags and how you may want to proceed with that. If you're feeling ignored or undervalued, maybe potentially speaking up about this, saying, hey, I'm here to visit. Did you want to spend time with me, or do you not want me here? Letting them know, putting them on the spot, asking about this. This could create that healthy compromise. Then again, maybe not. Some people prefer to feel like they have control over you by giving you a little tiny bit of attention when they feel like it and under the right terms. This could be the preceding pattern of that creeping into your life. A red flag and a warning sign is someone who violates your boundaries. Bottom line, know what your boundaries are, know what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with, what's unacceptable to you, and don't be afraid to speak up about this. All right. Someone who violates your boundaries will continue to do it again. One violation is enough to say, I don't want to deal with whatever this is. Right? But so often maybe someone violated your boundaries and didn't even know they did because you didn't say a word about it. I hate being around cigarette smoke, but you lit up a cigarette while we were in the car together, and I didn't want to say anything. That made me feel weird. I don't want to have to say anything, that I'm a nag. Then you're going to think something about me and I'll just let it slide. And then you have a resentment because your boundary was violated. And this person has no idea that they wronged you at all because you didn't say anything. However, when an individual violates your boundaries and you say something and they proceed to do it again, it is a pattern. It's not a mistake. This wasn't an accident. It's a pattern of red flags and something to be evaluated closely. If not, disconnected, man. I mean, case by case, but disconnected. You don't want to wait to see if it gets worse, do you? You are afraid to set a boundary. This goes hand in hand with the last. This is a big, giant red flag and warning sign. And some of our fears are within ourselves. So you got to get brave. Healthy boundaries keep out people who aren't compatible. Healthy boundaries keep out toxicity. So being afraid to set a boundary is not sharing yourself with that person in a real authentic way. They don't even know that you have a problem with cigarette smoke. You wouldn't let them know that about you. And if they really mesh with you and you really mesh with them, wouldn't you want them to know these things? Wouldn't it be important for them to know these things, where your boundaries are at? You should never be afraid to set a boundary, not with a twin flame, because your twin flame will accept and receive and compromise, and you can work together in a healthy way. But if you're afraid to set the boundary for reasons of intimidation, then this is not the proper relationship connection or twin flame for you. It's not. A lack of open communication. Maybe you can't talk to them. Maybe they can't talk to you. Well, how are you ever going to have the twin flame romance of the decade if you guys, they can't even speak to one another? Okay. So if there's a lack of open communication between you, them, I'm afraid to speak up, you won't allow this, we don't talk about things, that's a huge red flag and a warning sign. This is somebody who does not want to change, who is comfortable in their patterns and won't be open to the personal development that you have on your path. Unwillingness to compromise. Same thing right there. Someone who doesn't budge, thinks their way is the way. Maybe that's not your way. It might be, but maybe it's not, because if you can compromise, so can they. Inconsistency, unavailability, or that hot and cold behavior. This is all red flags, warning signs, friends. If someone is not available when you need them, or their stories hit and miss, they're kind of here and there, it's hot and cold. I learned firsthand. They got something else going on and it ain't you. And you deserve more and better than that. Regardless, you deserve consistency. You deserve availability, support. You deserve someone who's hot for you all the time, not just when it's convenient or when it's easy. Rudeness toward you or others. Now, I want to say this about red flags. So in the beginning of a new relationship or connection, those red flags may not be so glaringly red. Okay, they might be a little pink. They might be a little bit pink, and we got to say, wait a minute, is that a red flag or a pink flag, or what kind of flag is that? I don't know. Rudeness in any capacity shows you their character. If this person, like I say, pink flag, they may not be rude to you. No, because you're the new acquisition. They want to be in connection. So you're getting their best face forward. They're not going to be rude to you, but they might be rude to somebody else. Pay attention to this. This is a testament to their character, their demeanor. And if they will be rude to someone else, you better believe you will be next in line eventually somewhere. And do you want to be with somebody who's rude to you or rude to others? That's a red flag, man. That's a red flag. Controlling behavior. Big red flag. Controlling behavior. Because you have your free will choice and you get to control what you have going on, and others don't get to decide for you. And sometimes in new relationships, we submit or surrender or defer to go along with whatever this new partnership entails, and don't even realize that we're getting wrapped in little by little to this controlling behavior. Well, why are you calling me all the time? How come you're not answering my texts? Whatever, this or that, right? This kind of thing. Oh, I love you so much. I miss you so much. That's why I call you. I just want to know where you are because I miss you, because I can't wait to see you again. Controlling behavior. All of these are potential red flags and warning signs for deeper problems in the future if you don't decide to recognize these. Intrusive behavior. Everyone is allowed their own free will choice and their own privacy. So someone who is intrusive with their behavior, asking questions that are inappropriate, maybe really digging and prying for information that you would rather not divulge, right? Making you feel like you have to tell them, like you can't keep a secret, like you can't keep something to yourself, maybe even insisting that you turn over your cell phone and let them have a look at what you're up to. This is all intrusive behavior. Lying, cheating, stealing. Now, naturally, those are big ones, and you may not see this as a red flag right there in front of you, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe someone got the change back from the cashier and they have extra money. I've got extra money. The cashier made a mistake. This speaks to the quality of character of this person. That cashier is going to have to compensate somehow for the imbalance in her register at the end of the night. Somebody's got to pay. and it's not that person, right? So pay attention to what you witness as far as lying, cheating, stealing. These might be lies. You might hear them talking on the phone or giving you cross stories about parents or lying to other people and then, telling you it's fine. If they're going to lie, they're going to lie. They'll lie when it's convenient for them. Do you want to be with a liar? Are you a liar? Probably not. So you recognize this and you back away. Any pain or symptom in your body, bottom line, kaboom. This is the biggest red flag and warning sign I could ever give you. All right. On top of those signs and omens and things like this, pain and symptom in your body will tell you. Your body will get the heebie-jeebies, maybe cause you pain, maybe get you headache. Maybe every time you hang out with this new person who you're trying to get to know, your back hurts like crazy. That is telling you that the energy patterns are dissonant and that this will cause you pain. Listen to your body, even when it doesn't make sense, or proceed and find out.